Well, breaking right now in CBS Austin this morning, a bombshell in the local missing mother and baby case that's gripping the nation. The mystery has now moved 160 miles from South Austin to a house in Houston. We're taking you live and unpacking the plot twist no one saw coming.
CBS Austin News begins with breaking news.
As far as her leaving on her own accord, no. You can't make me believe that in 1,000 years. Something's not right.
Definitely wrong.
Well, break in the local missing mom and baby case that has a nation on edge. Heidi Broussard's parents confident from the very beginning she did not leave on her own, and now a curveball in the investigation may be proving them right. Good morning. Thanks for watching CBS Austin this morning. I'm John Carlos Estrada.
And I'm Melanie Torrey in for Allison Miller. Sources confirming people linked to the heart-wrenching investigation are in custody at this hour. The case taking a dramatic turn, moving from South Austin 160 miles away to Houston. We have live team coverage from every angle as key clues unfold right now.
First, we kick things off with Melanie Barden, who is live in Harris County. Melanie, you're outside a house that threw a twist in the investigation, and you got a big update for us.
Yes, KTRK reporters right here in Houston were out here for hours yesterday, and they are now reporting that early in the afternoon on Thursday, a 1-month-old baby girl was taken from this home to be checked out, but they again are saying that that baby girl is doing well. Now, they say that throughout the day, the police presence intensified, and then eventually police went into this home. They were focused, though, in the backyard. They did have some chopper video. We'll share that with you. Again, this is from KTRK, and you can see that there is a gray Nissan car that we're told law enforcement was focused on, and I did confirm with sources that that car is registered to one of Heidi Broussard's friends. Now, KTRK also reporting that the medical examiner eventually showed up hours later, and they did take one person's body from this property. Now, of course, this is ongoing. We're getting updates by the minute. We're going to bring those to you. But sources also have told me that police have some people in custody right now in connection again to this South Austin missing mother and infant case. Reporting live, Melanie Barden, CBS Austin this morning.
Thank you, Melanie. The plot twist comes 8 days since the two were last seen alive here in South Austin. The paper trail starting off at Heidi's son's school and then moving to her apartment she shares with her fiance and Margot's father.
And that's where we find our Brittany Ford, who picks up our team coverage this morning. Brittany, a drastically different picture where you are compared to the one we've been seeing over the past few days.
Well, JC, that's right. I'm here in front of Broussard's South Apartment Complex. As Melanie mentioned, this is where that 8-day investigation began and where police say baby Margot and Broussard were last seen. Now, this includes all of her belongings, her purse, her wallet, and even her car. We're going to recap the last few days here with you. Just hours ago, some of our reporters noticed that the FBI presence here could no longer be seen. That was a swift change from just the last few days where we saw them combing through this area, knocking on doors and asking neighbors to search their homes. Now, Tuesday, police gave reporters an update saying that they had no person of interest at this time and that they believe the two were unharmed and alive. Now, that was followed by Broussard's parents speaking with reporters, confirming with us that there is no way their daughter would have left voluntarily. Now, as this investigation started last week, one of the first we heard from was an emotional Shane Carey, Broussard's boyfriend, pleading for their return.
If anybody sees her, knows her, she's just hope. I don't know. Just hope.
Now, as we've had new developments in this case, we have since reached out to Carey. It is the early morning hours. We haven't heard back as of right now, but we're going to continue to follow this case throughout our newscast, so stick with us. For now, we're live in South Austin. Brittany Ford, CBS Austin News.
We're continuing to follow breaking news. The local missing mom and baby case taking a dramatic turn no one saw coming. We're taking you live to Houston, where the case is now focused on. Straight ahead. Well, breaking right now, a major bombshell plot twist in the missing mother and baby case.
Sources confirming people linked to the two who vanished without a trace are in custody.
This comes as a desperate search moved from Austin to Houston, a 2.5-hour drive. Now, Melanie, you've been covering the case from the very beginning. There's reports of a body removed from that house that you're at. Can you give us a timeline on the last few hours?
Yeah, our station out here, Houston station KTRK, was out here very early in the afternoon yesterday. They said police, APD, FBI were all staked out in front of this home. This is in Northwest Harris County. They said eventually they noticed that police were moving in closer to the house, and then we'll show you video they got from their chopper that showed ultimately police started focusing on the backyard. That's where a car was found that we've since learned is registered to one of Heidi Broussard's friends. Now, we do know that eventually the medical examiner was called out here. KTRK reporting that the medical examiner confirmed that they took the body of one person from this home. KTRK also reporting that even earlier in the day, they took a 1-month-old baby from this home. That baby, we're told, is doing all right.
And Melanie, you know, this case has gotten so much attention nationwide. I was reading through some of the responses on social media, and people are very emotionally invested in this.
Yes, absolutely. Heidi and Margot have been missing since last Thursday, and I can tell you since then a lot of people have really come out, voiced their support for them, wanting answers. This is a mother and an infant baby. A lot of people worried about their disappearance because we talked about it earlier. A lot of things in this case are very unique. It seemed that they vanished out of thin air from their South Austin apartment because we know from Heidi's fiance Shane that nothing seemed out of place. It didn't seem like there was any forced entry. Also, Heidi's car still parked there at her apartment complex. And really, for much of the week, the FBI was focused there in Austin at that apartment complex until yesterday, just hours ago, when they came out here to Houston.
Melanie, like yesterday, we were reporting no suspects, nothing really update the last couple of days. Can you talk about how quickly this turned, just the quickness of this new development that we're hearing about overnight?
Yeah, we heard from Austin police earlier in the week. They did say, again, no people of interest, and we were pretty much solidly at Heidi Broussard's apartment complex, again, in South Austin. And then today, I'm sorry, I'm talking like it's today, but it was yesterday, Thursday, we noticed all of a sudden, it seemed like the FBI agents that were knocking on doors dispersed. They weren't there. And that's when we got these reports that they were right here at this home in Houston. And again, sources saying this is directly linked to the missing Austin mother Heidi and her infant, Margot Carey.
Thank you, Melanie Barden, live for us in Houston. We know you've been up through the night covering this, and we will check back in with you at 6:30.
Well, breaking news out of Houston, where the missing mom and baby case has now moved to a house 160 miles away from where the investigation first started. Straight ahead, we'll take you live to CBS Austin reporter Melanie Barden, who has been on this heart-wrenching story from the very beginning, as unpacking the brand new details.
Coming up, Democratic candidates face off in last night's debate, how Mayor Pete Buttigieg handled himself as a frequent target of attack. Plus, we'll show you a Christmas light display that earned a Guinness World Record. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
CBS Austin News begins with breaking news.
Because Heidi wouldn't do this.
There's no way. And she'd never take Margot down those stairs without her carrier and have her strapped in and her diaper bag strapped to her back.
A break in the local missing mom and baby case that's gripping the nation. Heidi Broussard's parents confident from the very beginning she did not leave on her own, and now a bombshell in the investigation is proving them right. Good morning. Thanks for watching CBS Austin This Morning. I'm Melanie Torrey, in for Allison Miller.
And I'm John Carlos Estrada. Sources confirming people linked to the investigation rocking our area are in custody at this hour. As the case moves from South Austin, 160 miles away, to Houston, we have live team coverage from every angle as key clues unfold.
First, we kick off with Melanie Barden, who is live in Harris County. And Melanie, you're outside a house that quickly became a centerpiece in this investigation.
Yeah, Heidi Broussard and Margot Carey, her infant daughter, have been missing since last Thursday. And up until now, we've had very little information about what happened to them. But KTRK reporting here in Houston that police were staked out at this home. This is in Northwest Harris County for most of yesterday. And they say at one point yesterday, CPS called the fire department. The fire department did retrieve a 1-month-old baby girl who we're told is doing fine right now from this house. Now, KTRK also reporting that hours later, police rushed into this house and rushed to the backyard. They do have video from their chopper of the backyard. In it, you can see a gray Nissan car. That is where their investigation was focused. And KTRK reporting that the medical examiner says that they did take one body from this house. Now, I did confirm through sources that that car you saw was registered to one of Heidi Broussard's friends. And sources are telling me that people in connection to this case are in police custody. But right now, again, still a lot of questions as this unfolds this morning. Reporting live, Melanie Barden, CBS Austin This Morning.
Thank you, Melanie. This twist comes 8 days since the two were last seen alive here in South Austin. The trail starting off at Heidi's son's school and then moving to her apartment she shares with her fiance and Margot's father.
That's very fun. Our Brittany Ford, who picks up our team coverage. Now, Brittany, a drastically different picture where you are compared to the one we've been seeing over the past few days.
Well, JC, that's all correct. I'm here at Broussard's South Austin apartment complex. This is as where Melanie mentioned this now 8-day investigation began and where police say Broussard and baby Margot were last seen. This includes all of her stuff. We're talking about her car, her purse, her wallet. We're going to recap some of the last few days here with you. Just hours ago, some of our reporters noticed that the FBI's presence here could no longer be seen. That was a swift change from just the last few days where they were here combing through the area, knocking on doors, asking neighbors to search their homes. Now, Tuesday, police told reporters that they had no person of interest at this time and that they believe the two were unharmed and alive. That was followed by Broussard's parents speaking with reporters as well, confirming with us that there is no way their daughter would have left voluntarily. As this investigation started last week, one of the first we heard from was an emotional Shane Carey, Broussard's boyfriend, pleading for their return.
If anybody sees her, knows her, she's just hope. I don't know. Just hope.
Now, since these new developments in Houston have unfolded, we have reached out to Carey. It is very early in the morning. We haven't heard back as of right now, but we're going to continue to follow this case throughout the morning. For any new developments, you can stick with us on CBS Austin This Morning. For now, we're live in South Austin. Brittany Ford, CBS Austin News.
Well, breaking right now, a curveball thrown in the local missing mom and baby case that's shocking the nation. After days of no clues and no suspects, we have brand new answers in overnight. CBS Austin reporter Melanie Barden is laying out the shocking turn of events that got us to this point. Your time right now is 6:42. You're watching CBS Austin This Morning.
Well, breaking right now, a major bombshell plot twist in the missing Austin mother and baby case.
Sources confirming people linked to the two who vanished without a trace are now in custody.
This comes as a desperate search moved from Austin to Houston, a 2.5-hour drive. Melanie, you did that drive overnight and just learned some brand new tragic details.
Yeah, we were telling you earlier, KTRK, a station out here in Houston, was reporting that the medical examiner took one person's body from this home and that the fire department took a 1-month-old infant baby girl who we understand is doing very well. Reports now surfacing that those two people were Heidi Broussard, who we understand was found, she was not alive, and her daughter Margot Carey. Again, reports saying that she is alive and she is okay. Now, KTRK was out here all day long yesterday. Most of this investigation was centered in Austin. Yesterday was the first time we saw really any police activity here in Houston, but investigators were honed in on a car behind this house, and we have learned that that car was registered to Heidi Broussard's friend.
And Melanie, you have been in that neighborhood overnight, and no denying something tragic happened at that home. Have you spoken to any of the neighbors as they're waking up?
Well, Melanie, we just saw some neighbors waking up. They're kind of looking around, pulling out. It's kind of an eerie calm here in this neighborhood. Not a lot of activity going on. It is early in the morning, but I know KTRK reporters spoke to some neighbors yesterday who said that they didn't know what was going on. This was sort of a sudden thing, but I can tell you that looking on social media, people I've been speaking to personally, I've covered this story for a while. This is obviously not the outcome anyone was hoping for. It's very heartbreaking what we're learning this morning.
Thank you to our Melanie Barden live in Harris County. We'll have breaking updates all morning long on this missing Austin and mother and baby case. Update on air and online at cbsaustin.com.
Back to the breaking news we have been bringing you live all morning. A bombshell dropped in the local missing mom and baby case that is gripping hearts nationwide. The
investigation taking a tragic and shocking turn no one saw coming, moving from South Austin to 160 miles away to Houston.
And that's where we find Melanie Barden, who is in Harris County. And Melanie, you are outside a house that has now become a centerpiece in this case.
Yeah, multiple reports this morning are saying that missing Austin mother, Heidi Broussard, was found dead right here in this home in northwest Harris County. Now, the good news, if there is any good news, is that her infant child, Margot Carey, was found alive here. She was taken to the hospital where local station KTRK is reporting that she's doing all right. Now, KTRK was out here all day yesterday. They did get exclusive video of the backyard of this home where police were focused on a car. It was a gray Nissan, and we now know that Nissan is registered to one of Heidi Broussard's good friends. A lot more information we're waiting on this morning, but we do know that police have some people in custody related to this case. We'll bring you the latest as we get it. Reporting live in Houston, Melanie Barden, CBS Austin This Morning.